Well, good day, boys and girls. Did you miss me? I know you did. Hey, today, the good folks from Siekon, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, batteries, reached out to me and they said, hey, do you want to try out one of our batteries? I go, well, I'll try it out for you, but I've already watched the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead. I watched his channel, and I'll link his channel down below to this battery. And yeah, he rips this thing apart, looks at the connections, does everything inside this battery, and this battery is passed all his tests. And like I say, if it passes the Off-Grid Mountain Homestead, if it passes his test, I'm not going to rip it apart and do the exact same thing. That would be ludicrous. So, yeah, he's a good guy. Check him out. Okay, but they said, do you want to try this battery? I said, heck yeah, you know, I sure do. And why I wanted this battery in particularly is this one has low temperature charge protection, which means it will not charge if it gets too cold below the manufacturer specifications of whether it can. And that's the neighbor's dog. It's barking for something. He's saying, what are you doing out in this garage? But boy, it's gonna be a long video. So yeah, let's get into it. It's got all the protection, you know, short circuit, over current protection, overcharging protection, over voltage charging protection, let's just go. Charging over current protection, discharge over current protection, short circuit protection, high temperature protection, charging, low temperature protecting, charging, high temperature protection, discharge, and low temperature protection, discharge. So what I'm trying to get at, people, it's going to be good for out in, you know, out in the elements. It's got the features in there for that. And I'm making an outdoor kitchen. I'm about ready to show you that. We're going to move over and yeah, let you see what I'm going to be using this battery for. And I think you're going to like my project. And it's going to come in so handy. So I want to thank the people at Siekon. And I'm not just saying that because they gave me a battery to try out. It's because I researched this battery before I accepted it from them. And once I saw my good friend, you know, tear one of these apart and look at it, I knew it was good. And yeah, even the dog thinks it's good. So let's get after it. Let me go show you what I'm going to be using it for. Alrighty, boys and girls, I'm back. And I was walking the other day, and I find this fine furniture, like top of the notch furniture here, that somebody was throwing out. I was like, who would throw out perfectly good furniture? And I thought, look, it's gray. It kind of matches my wife's, my wife has a crafting channel, Debbie's Mindless Happy Place. And she made these things. I think she's gonna be so excited whenever she comes out to her back patio here and sees that I've matched this fine furniture with her flip-flops. She's going to be so stoked. You know, it just looks perfect together. So, basically, I've got my Siekon 100 amp hour outdoor, you know, protection battery. I've got this modified sine wave. It's got to be 20 years old. And I've used it maybe 2 times, max. Because you don't want to really run modified with motors, like fan motors and stuff like that. But for heating elements, they're perfect. And I finally found a use for it. So I'm outside here. I got professional lighting going on here. It's not blowing me out or anything like that. And I've got a George Foreman that takes 750 watts. And a coffee pot that takes 600 and some. Let's say 700. Let's round it up to 700. So under 1400. So this can handle it. Now the battery, it's 100 amp. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to run both of these, but it should, maybe for just a short amount of time, it'll run, you know, the coffee pot and the George. But I'm only going to be using one of these at a time most likely, okay? Maybe if I'm in a rush to get my coffee in the morning, I'll fire both of them up. But instead of using my power inside, I'm going to be outside using this. Now, it just hailed over in Edmond, and they got a wicked storm. I don't know if they lost power or not, but now, if I lose power and I want to eat and get a cup of coffee, I'm just going to come out here to the outdoor kitchen. And we get ice storms during the wintertime, and they take us down for days. I'm going to be able to cook with this. I'm also going to add 200 watts of solar panels and a solar controller for this battery to charge it, so I don't have to waste power anymore making coffee or cooking. I cook with the George almost 90% of the time. I'm cooking with the George. That thing is phenomenal. It's the best thing ever made. The George Foreman Lean Mean Fat Grilling Machine. I highly recommend those two. And so that'll take two things off of the grid and just use it out here. But mainly two if we lose power. Plus my wife can run an extension cord out here, plug in the freezer if we need to, and keep the freezer going. I've got other equipment for that. But if I'm on the road, say I drive a satellite truck, I'm on the road a lot. So this will always be ready to go. She just needs to run an extension cord out, plug it in, turn on the inverter, blammo. She's got the freezer going and keeping the meat, you know, cold. And it's probably run a freezer for a day. It was like I think it's like 1,000 watt hour. This is a 1,250 watt hour battery. So it's gonna run a refrigerator. I tested it one time. It was like 1,000 watt hour a day. So I'm gonna get 24 hours on the freezer on this battery too. And it's just all set up here, ready to go. Simple setup. I don't even have fuses or nothing. It's up against the bricks here. They ain't gonna catch on fire or nothing like that. I might add a fuse here down the road. I gotta add the solar controller. I'm probably gonna close this box in and make this weather tight. But Siekon, the manual is fantastic. The manual it's legit manual. You can read it. Gives you great information. How to hook up series and parallel. All kind of crazy stuff. Manual's legit. It comes with these two protection caps on top so you don't short out your battery. It came with 4 of these lugs, so you can use either a 13 millimeter, a 1/2 inch wrench on them, or a Phillips, you know, tighten them. I would say if you're just going to temporarily have it for a while, you know, the Phillips is fine. But if you're going to do a long-term setup, I would use a wrench and just give them an extra little, you know, make sure they're tight. But they give you 2 extras, and they give you these nice little caps, red and black cap, to protect from anything, you know, hitting it or anything like that. Well, I've been talking way too much. I'm going to get out of here. Siekon, thank you very much. This setup, this ain't the last time you're going to see it too. I might even take it with the 95 Mitsubishi Mighty Max, my little pickup truck with the 85 horsepower tow package. Oh yeah. I might not be taking the solar chuck wagon and just needing something to cook coffee with and stuff. So I might drag this stuff along, you know, and just throw it in the back there. So yeah, be looking forward to seeing more videos of me camping, and maybe heck, I'll bore you one day and just make coffee and a follow-up video. I'm gonna make some coffee out here, cook some egg burritos in the old George Foreman, put some heart healthy salt on it, and some hot sauce. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.